I'm Mukesh Ashar और ये इसका आवाज आ रहा है अश्विन जी इसको थोड़ा साइलेंट कीजिए ना म्यूट कीजिए I request everybody to please stay muted unless and until you have something to ask I request you to please stay muted now there are so many etiquettes अभी ये ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम के लिए कुछ etiquettes आ गए हैं so we need to respect that I'm Mukesh Ashar co-founder and director at Lemon School of Entrepreneurship and this evening, I'll be talking to you regarding how you can prepare when you are presenting or when you are pitching. Looking at your pitching round coming Sunday, probably this 29th of September, you are doing your pitching. I'll be giving you some basic guidelines. Now, that does not mean you change your entire presentation, whatever you have made. I don't mean to say that. But wherever you feel that you can make this kind of correction or some substitution or addition or deletion, please do it. Whenever I'm talking, if something comes to your mind, I request you please note down the question. We'll surely take 3-4 minutes at the end of the session to clarify your doubts or to answer your queries. When I'll be sharing the screen, I won't be able to read to your messages also. But yes, Ashwin will surely note down your messages and probably at the end of the session, we'll take those messages also if you have some queries that you put in your message. But I'll be happy if you share your query online, verbally instead of putting into the text whenever we get time for that. So without taking too much of time, let's just get into it. Allow me to share my screen. Visible? Show me a gesture that the screen is visible. Fine. Thank you very much. So this pitching round participants orientation, Entrepreneur Season 11. Congratulations, you are among top 500 of those thousands of entries which we got for this national round. We say it national round, but we have a couple of countries participating in it in different rounds. Okay. Some basic guidelines, which I presume you need to understand. Participants will share their final presentation with the organizing team before the pitching round, which of course Ashwinji might have circulated this information to you also, but it's my responsibility to endorse the information so that it becomes pakka in your mind. Participants will make sure that they are present in the venue as per the given schedule. Venue is a physical round, since it's an online round, you need to be present in the Zoom room before the pitching starts. Pitching a presentation would be done only by the founder or co-founder. Other team members, if present, can be the part of question answer which will follow in the pitching. Since it's an online presentation, we request at least only one person to go ahead with the presentation. If there are two people presenting a part of it, it becomes difficult to shuffle between during the online presentation. Participants will not share their contact details by jury member during the pitching round. If at all you feel that this jury is of some importance to you, connect to the host. They will get you connected to the jury member post your presentation after the pitching round is over. Participants in various ceremonies, that means you are not supposed to put your contact details in your presentation slides also. Participants will not share their contact details. Participants in various ceremonies and training boot camps is must to ensure legally subsequent round and other valuable added activities. Keep your videos on during your presentation or pitching. Now, when you are giving your pitching round, we are making you habitual of keeping your videos on during your presentation. The same you need to do when you are pitching. You cannot say, since I'm talking and showing the screen, I'll keep my video off. No, jury will not take it. The media presentation or your pitching is either English or Hindi, as per your language of option that you have selected. It is suggested that the team introduce themselves and their ideas at the beginning of the presentation. Since it's a virtual round, maybe there are chances that you may overshoot and jury may ask you to stop. In case we are not able to go to the end of the program, probably jury might not know who all are your team members. So we request you to please introduce your team members at the beginning only in virtual round. Had it been physical round, we would have advised you to go it at the end. Each team will be allotted 5 minutes to present their pitch, their idea in front of the jury. Additionally, they will have to face question answer around 5 minutes. A question answer may be 5 minutes, maybe less than that. But in any case, it won't overgo 5 minutes. Please make sure that you have multiple rehearsals to ensure completion of the presentation within 5 minutes. At least do 5 rehearsals with your time. There are chances that initial 2 slides of yours may take 2-3 minutes, and then for 5 slides you have only 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes maybe. Then you have to rush for it. At the end of 4 minutes, the timekeeper in the pitching round will raise probably this more won't be there in the physical virtual round. Okay. Recommended content for presentation. We require the following content presentation. Problems being solved. ये आपके presentation के अंदर में इन चीजों को आपने cover करना advisable है. Problem being solved and the solution that you are offering for the problem. Work done regarding your planning, your implementation, or your execution of a solution in the form of a product or a service, whatever it is. Degree of innovation shown in the product or the service which is being offered as a solution. कितना है innovation? ये आपको you need to mention that. Financials, if applicable, have you raised some money? Have you bootstrapped it? कितना पैसा डाला है उसके अंदर में? किसका कितना पैसा लगा हुआ है? Information regarding your team, benefit, relevance with respect to the geographical areas. Why are you doing this? What is the benefit? Why are you doing it this particular geography only? What is the relevance of it? If it is that, do mention it. There is no template, but participants are encouraged to be creative in their own way. Okay. You are advised to connect to Lemon ecosystem and take the maximum advantage, maximum benefit. Follow our founder Deepak Manaria on LinkedIn handle. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Follow our LinkedIn page. You are free to take the snap of this so that you can be at your liberty to do whatever you want to do here. But of course, being in touch, being the part of the ecosystem will always help you. Pitching and presentation is one part and is only one part. But being present in ecosystem will always help you in your entrepreneurial journey. Fine. Now this is basic guidelines. Moving on to the presentation now. The presentation skills, idea startup pitching. I'm Mukesh Ashar, Director at Lemon School of Entrepreneurship. चलिए चलते हैं. आपका presentation कैसा होना चाहिए? How your presentation should be. When I mean presentation, it of course it's pitching has a presentation. I'm talking about presentation means not your PPT. Here I'm talking about you as a presenter. Keep one thing in mind. Your PPT should always be your support. It cannot be the main thing and you being the support. No. The jury member are looking towards you as an entrepreneur. You can use your PPT just to support whatever you're presenting. Whatever your idea, your product, your service is all about. To share the information, you can use your PowerPoint presentation. But never ever try to make your PowerPoint presentation more powerful than you. So when I mean presentation skills, I'm trying to make the entrepreneur more powerful presenter. So I'll be talking for a couple of minutes on that only. When I say preparing yourself, that means one thing is for sure. Never ever try to do an extempore presentation. No. When I say extempore, तुरंत देख लेंगे ना जाके. Okay, can you present immediately right now? No. You need to prepare yourself for any kind of presentation. And when I say prepare yourself, means thorough preparation about any presentation. Here my presentation refers to your idea, your startup, your product, your service, whatever it is. The pitching that you do needs to be prepared. Whenever we try to prepare the presentation, what all goes into it. I mean, preparation, I've divided, for a better understanding, I've divided the preparation part into, say, two kind of things. One is mental preparation and one is physical preparation. कुछ होता है जो आपको मेंटली अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करना पड़ता है. हम लोग डायलॉग यूज करते हैं ना, वी यूज दिस डायलॉग सो कॉमन, आई वाज नॉट मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड. What do you mean mentally prepared? You have to face a situation. Suddenly somebody comes in front of you and you have to give the answer. And you fumble. And then you say, I was not mentally prepared, yaar. You asked me suddenly. I mean, don't you know the answer? I know the answer. Then why didn't you give it? I was not mentally prepared. That will come so sudden. You study, you prepare for a situation. If you are not prepared for the situation, it comes suddenly, then you can say that I was not mentally prepared. That means mental preparation is also an important element. So first I'll be talking about mental preparation. What all goes in mental preparation? हम किसी भी तरीके के प्रेजेंटेशन को करने से क्यों डरते हैं? मतलब why at all are we afraid of doing any kind of presentation in front of people? Virtual में still there is less problem. But if it is physical, I mean, virtual may not always exist. We are slowly moving to physical round. We have done a couple of physical rounds also for this season also. So whenever you are doing your physical presentation, the face-to-face presentation, there is a lot of hesitation in talking in front of people. Hesitation in the sense you don't feel shy always, but then you're not very comfortable. You're not your own self. You're not fully liberal own self when you're doing presentation in front of people. Now, this is the fear that we have of speaking in front of people. Now, that the person sitting across can be anybody. Different people have phobias for different gathering. Some people are afraid of unknown people, whereas some of them are afraid of known people. Some of them are afraid of seniors. Some of them are not comfortable with juniors. Some of them have problem with opposite gender. So different people have different phobias, but they all culminate into one thing, that people are fearful of talking in front of people. 95% plus people on this earth have this problem. So if you also have, don't worry, you are among those 95% people. It's a common thing. But then out of those 95%, 90% stay with that fear throughout their life. Only 5% take the effort to overcome that fear. And probably you and me are those among those 5% people who work hard to overcome that fear. So overcoming fear, how do we do it? Do we get any kind of medicine in the market which we take and overcome the fear? If we have to overcome the pain, we take the painkillers, we overcome the fear. If we have to overcome the fever, we take paracetamol and we overcome that fear. But how do we overcome the fear? There is no medicine available in the market. To overcome the fear, we need to prepare ourselves, because, again, majority of the fear are self-generated. I mean, you are afraid of speaking in front of people because you feel, what if something goes wrong? What if you start fumbling? What if you forget something? What if somebody who is listening may ask you or cross you somewhere? What if you are not comfortable with the language you are using or the other person understands? What if somebody sitting across is more knowledgeable than you? Now, all this has one common word in the beginning, and that common word is what if. Nothing of this sort has happened yet. You have not even started speaking. But all this comes to your mind, and finally, all these questions put a big answer into your mind. Oh my God, so many reasons, let me not do it. And you stay back. So most of the fear that happens with any kind of a public speaking or a presentation is self-generated. And for any self-generated problem, you need to have self-generated solution. मेरे दिमाग में क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, उसका बाहरी सॉल्यूशन काम नहीं आएगा. उसका मुझे अंदर से सॉल्यूशन निकालना पड़ेगा. बाहर मुझे क्या हो रहा है, उसका बाहर से सॉल्यूशन काम आएगा. So self-generated fear has got a self-generated solution, and for self-generated solution is start thinking confidently. Suppose if you have that big question in your mind, what if I go wrong? Okay, what if I go wrong? So how can I prepare myself that I cannot go wrong? Oh, I'm thorough. I'm thorough. Those who have been to school, suppose, for example, because I am a convent school student, so those who went to convent school, maybe in your first standard or maybe nursery nowadays, you must have learned that poem called as a Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, How I Wonder What You Are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. I am reciting this poem in front of you, which I learned 55 years back. I'm not practicing it day in and out now. But I learned it that, but it was learned in such a way that 50 years down the line, I still remember it as I learned it. So if you ever happen to have that kind of feeling inside you, what if I forget? How can I forget if I have rehearsed it so well? What if the person sitting across is more knowledgeable than me? Come on here, this is my idea, this is my product, this is my service. So only one person who can have the maximum information about it is me. I need to go in and study. What if I miss something? What if I commit some mistake? You need to start thinking that I am preparing myself properly. So I am strong, I am confident, I am relaxed, I am comfortable, I am good, I am excellent, I am wonderful. And since I am prepared, I am going to rock the show. Now you might feel that this is exaggeration. Believe you me, exaggeration is needed in your mind to make you believe that you are stronger. You are stronger than the size of the fear. You are stronger than the size of the fear. आपको ये बात समझना पड़ेगा कि आपको अपने आप को इतना बड़ा बनाना पड़ेगा कि फियर आपके सामने छोटा लगे. And then only you can overcome the fear. I'm not saying to kill the fear. I'm saying to overcome the fear. So you need to start thinking confidently. Yes, I'm strong. Yeah, come on. I'm not. I know I'm not going to do it. शाहरुख खान ने कहा है ना यार, सच्ची शिद्दत से जिस चीज को चाहो तो वो सारी कायनात उसके हासिल कराने एक साजिश लग जाती है. You think of fumbling, and believe you me, you will fumble. You think, oh my God, आज तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी, and believe you me, गड़बड़ होगी. You think I'm going to rock the show, and believe you me, you'll rock the show. You say I'm going to do it flawless, and believe you me, you'll be doing it flawless. आप जैसा सोचेंगे वैसा आपके साथ होगा. Of course, वो सोच के पीछे क्या क्या जाएगा उसके बारे में आपसे बात करता हूं मैं. लेकिन पहले तो सोच जरूरी है. मैं ये कर सकता हूं. अब कैसे कर सकता हूं उस पर बाद में आता हूं. बट ये मैं कर सकता हूं. ये इंटरनल थॉट प्रोसेस मुझे डेवलप करना पड़ेगा. डर किससे लगता है उसको ओवरकम करूंगा. I am afraid of mathematics. Okay, so what is the easiest way to overcome that fear of mathematics? Practice mathematics. Learn mathematics. I'm afraid of speaking English. But do you really want to speak English? Yes. Then what do? Learn English speaking. Join courses, join classes, start speaking English, practice speaking English. Then you're through in English. It may take 6 months, it may take a year, but then you need to know what to do to overcome this, and then you do it. But you need to believe first that yes, I'm going to overcome this because I am strong. I want to do it best. So this is your confident thinking. You need to give your affirmation statements to your own self. I'm good. I'm excellent. I'm wonderful. I'm best, and I'm going to do it. ये थॉट प्रोसेस आपका अपने दिमाग को अपने साथ में बात करना पड़ेगा. अफर्मेशन इज टॉकिंग टू योर ओन सेल्फ. And affirmative statements are those positive points about yourself that you talk to yourself. Charity begins at home. The world will talk good about you only after you start talking good about yourself to yourself first. So this is thinking confidently. Second point that makes people afraid is, oh my God, people sitting across are looking at me. 20 people means 40 eyes staring at me. Oh my God, they are laughing at me. I'm asking a simple question and I give you the liberty. If people are on with their videos, I give you the liberty to unmute yourself and give me the answer of this question. You go to see movies in the theater, cinema hall, multiplex. आप जाते हो. You go to see the movie. See the movie. What do you want that movie to be? You want that movie to be good, or you want that movie to be bad, bakwas, third class? I'm waiting for the answer.
To be good.
To be good. Again, second question. Why do you want that movie to be good? Is the hero in the film your friend or the director or the producer your relative? Or do you want that movie to be good?
Sir, so we can enjoy the movie. Like we
Pardon?
can have, sir, so we can enjoy the movie. Sir, we go movie for entertainment, so we can enjoy the movie.
Anybody else?
Because
Why do you
No,
want that
sir.
movie to be good?
because we have invested our money in that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Of
No.
Karan ने जो कहा उसको और आगे बढ़ा करके, because you have invested your money and your time, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. Since you have invested your time and your money, you want that it should be worth of it. It should be worth of it. कभी कभी आप बोलते हैं कि ठीक है, it was okay यार, अब एक बार देख सकते हैं. कभी कभी बोलते हैं यार पैसा वसूल, जबरदस्त. You have got more than what you have spent, invested into it. Same way, the person sitting across who is listening to you, maybe virtually or maybe physically, that person has invested time. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. लेकिन जब वो 10 लोगों ने, वो 20 लोगों ने 20 मिनट्स इन्वेस्ट किए हैं आपकी बात को सुनने के लिए, तो ऑनेस्टली गिव मी द आंसर. विल दे वांट योर प्रेजेंटेशन टू गो बैड एंड दैट 20 minutes being wasted?
No, sir.
Nobody. If you invested 45 minutes for me, you surely want this 1 hour to be good. That means you want my presentation to be good. And when 20 people sitting across are sending their wishes to God that this presentation need to be good, how can your presentation be bad? This entire universe is trying to converge that your presentation should be good, except you, who is trying very hard to make your own presentation bad by thinking all bad about you. The person sitting across is not a devil. That person sitting across is an angel who is wishing your good. हमारा अच्छा तो सिर्फ फरिश्ते ही चाहते हैं. हमारे बारे में अच्छा तो फरिश्ते सोचते हैं. हमारे माँ बाप सोचते हैं, इसलिए तो फरिश्ते हमारे लिए. The first angel in our life is our parents, because they think, they wish good about us. Same way the person sitting across is wishing our presentation to be good. In other words, that person is an angel, not the devil. The moment you start looking at that person as an angel, automatically entire perception about looking at that person changes. Now you won't feel scared about those eyes. In fact, you'll be feeling happy about those eyes. And when somebody is looking at you, the first thing you should do is to give a smile. The moment I give a smile to you, what options do you all have? What options do you all have? Give me, I'm waiting for the answer. The moment I smile at you, what options do you all have?
Sir, to smile back.
Simple. एक बार अगर आपने हल्का सा अपने सामने जो लोग बैठे उनको देख करके मुस्कुरा दिया, suppose there are 20 people sitting across, for now presentation part there are 2, 3, 4 juries sitting across. Those people have no option but to smile back at you. And when there is a smile, entire stress goes down, because happiness and stress cannot go hand in hand. No, if happiness increases, stress goes down. The moment stress increases, you become tense and your happiness goes down. So try to become happy by giving little smile to get smile in turn, and your happiness index goes up, and automatically your stress will go down. This has got inversely proportional relationship. तो ये तरीका होता है प्रेजेंटेशन शुरू करने के पहले. एक गहरी सांस लीजिए, लोगों को देख करके मुस्कुराइए. लोग आपको देख करके मुस्कुरा करके आपकी मुस्कुराहट का जवाब देंगे, आपका स्ट्रेस लेवल डाउन होगा. दैट मींस आप थोड़े से रिलैक्स और हैप्पी फील करेंगे. एंड देन यू स्टार्ट because you have already started thinking good about you. You have already given yourself affirmative statements and you are prepared. एटीएम से पैसे तब निकलते हैं जब और बैंक ने उस एटीएम में पैसे डाले हो. अगर एटीएम में पैसे नहीं होंगे तो आप कितनी ही कोशिश कर लो उस एटीएम से पैसे निकलेंगे नहीं। तो आप कितना ही अच्छा बोल लीजिए, लेकिन सब्सटेंस नहीं होगा तो आपका प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छा नहीं होगा। सो यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर। पर प्रिपेयर करने के पहले मेंटल प्रिपरेशन अपना स्ट्रांग रखिए। यू आर गुड, यू आर स्ट्रांग, यू आर वंडरफुल, यू आर एक्सीलेंट, यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड, यू आर गोइंग टू डू इट wonderfully. Because people sitting across are all my friends. They are wishing good for me. And when everybody is wishing good, there is no scope of bad to happen. It has to be good only. It has to be good only. दूध के भरे हुए लोटे में से जब आप गिराओगे तो क्या पानी निकल सकता? क्या दूध का भरा हुआ लोटा है तो दूध ही निकलेगा उसमें से। अगर सब जगह सब चाहत अच्छी है तो अच्छा ही नतीजा निकलेगा। सो दिस इज योर मेंटल प्रिपरेशन एंड देन योर physical preparation. Now sit down to prepare, looking at the audience. Who is your audience? Now, what the biggest mistake that we all as an entrepreneur do is that when we create our pitching, it has to be about your startup, about your idea, about your product, or about your service, whatever it is. Now, suppose this is your product that you have prepared. So it is going to be about this only. So, sir, हमने पिच बना लिया है, अब जहां भी प्रेजेंटेशन देना होता है वो पिच को जाकर के टक से दे देते क्योंकि प्रिपेयर्ड है। आधी रात को भी आप मुझे बोलोगे तो सर मैं वो पिच दे सकता हूं, मार सकता हूं पिच। ओके, my simple question is, suppose you are pitching in front of an audience which is your investor, जिसको आप पैसा चाहते कि वो आपके स्टार्टअप में पैसा लगाए, इन्वेस्ट करें। आपने आज जूरी, अब ये पिचिंग राउंड के लिए आपने प्रिपेयर कर लिया, इसके मतलब आपने सब बताया उसके अंदर में कि ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है, ये क्या सोल्यूशन है, ये प्रॉब्लम उसको दिक्कत कैसे दे रहा था जो यूज कर रहा था, उसको उसका सोल्यूशन उसको कैसे बेनिफिट करेगा, उसकी लाइफ में क्या एनहांसमेंट होगा, ये कितने का बनेगा, ये कैसे बनेगा, कहाँ बनेगा, ये कहाँ बिकेगा, कितना बिकेगा, मार्केट साइज कितना है इसका, ये कितने का बनेगा, ये कितने का बिकेगा, आपका पैसा कितना बनेगा, आपकी टीम में कौन कौन है, कौन क्या काम करेगा, ये सब आप पिचिंग में बताते हैं क्योंकि ओवरऑल चाहिए जूरी को देखना है आपका काम कैसा हो रहा है, कहां तक हुआ है और आप कितना जानते हैं उसके बारे में। अब इन्वेस्टर बैठा हुआ है सामने और आपने इन्वेस्टर को बताया साहब ये प्रॉब्लम है सोसाइटी में, ये प्रॉब्लम से जो व्यक्ति उस प्रॉब्लम से गुजर रहा है उसकी जिंदगी में ये बुराई हो रही है, आप इसको दूर करेंगे, उसको ऐसे हेल्प करेंगे और ये आपका प्रोडक्ट है जो उसको हेल्प करेगा। अब ये प्रोडक्ट ऐसे बनेगा, ये प्रोडक्ट यहाँ बनेगा, ये प्रोडक्ट का रॉ मटेरियल ये है, ये इतने का आता है, ये इतने का बनेगा, ये इतने का बिकेगा, ये मेरा कस्टमर है, यहाँ बैठता है ये कस्टमर, ये मेरा मार्केट साइज है और ये मेरे लोग हैं, ये काम करेगा, ये काम करेगा, ये काम करेगा, ये काम करेगा। मुझे एक बात बताइए, इज इन्वेस्टर इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग हाउ द लाइफ ऑफ योर कस्टमर इज गोइंग टू चेंज, व्हाट द कस्टमर इज गोइंग टू गेट बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट, वो कस्टमर कहां का बैठा हुआ है, इज इन्वेस्टर इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग दैट, इन ऑल दोस थिंग्स दैट यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन टॉकिंग अबाउट, बट इज इन्वेस्टर इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग दैट। इन्वेस्टर क्या सुनना चाहता है, इन्वेस्टर क्या सुनना चाहता है, इन्वेस्टर सुनना चाहता है कि मैं अगर 100 रुपए लगाऊंगा तो वो 100 रुपए का कितना बनेगा और कब तक बनेगा और तुम मुझे कैसे दोगे और कब दोगे वापस, मेरे पैसे का रिटर्न कब, कैसे, कितने एक्स में बना करके मुझे मिलेगा, ग्रोथ के स्कोप कितने हैं, क्या एक्स आपका ग्रोथ प्लान है, आप मुझे वो बताओ। आप मुझे ये मत बताओ कि कस्टमर की जिंदगी कैसे बेनिफिट होगी, वो तुम देखो, मुझे उसमें इंटरेस्ट नहीं है और इस वक्त मेरी तो स्टैंडर्ड पिच है, नॉट इंटरेस्टेड। आपने ज्यादा समय प्रोडक्ट समझाने में, कस्टमर समझाने में लगा दिया, इन्वेस्टर का दिल उचड़ गया उसमें से, और ऐसा है क्या, चेंज कर देते सर। आपने उसमें बता दिया कि आपका पैसा कैसे मल्टीप्लाई होगा, सर इसके अंदर में मेरा मार्जिन रेशियो है 60%, सर्विस इंडस्ट्री है तो 70% मार्जिन रेशियो है, और सर मैं पहले साल के अंदर में मेरा टर्नओवर जो रहेगा वो रहेगा 15 लाख रुपए, तो 15 लाख रुपए के अंदर में 60% मार्जिन के हिसाब से मैं 7 लाख, 8 लाख, 9 लाख रुपए कमाने वाला हूं उसके अंदर। ये आपने बता दिया उसको, सर इतना खर्चा आएगा, इतना मेरा सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में पैसा आएगा, ये मेरा एक्सपेंसेस है, सो मेरा प्रॉफिट इतना है, ये आपको उसको समझाया, वो इंटरेस्टेड हो गया, उसको समझ में आया। अब आपने वही पिच को उठा करके, अब हु जो है चेंज हो गया, अब वो इन्वेस्टर से हट करके आपका कंज्यूमर बन गया, कस्टमर जिसको आपको पिच मारना है। अब आपने मार दिया उसको जाकर के पिच, मैं ये चीज आपको देने वाला हूँ, आप मुझसे ये सर्विस लोगे और इसके अंदर में मैं इतना पैसा कमाने वाला हूँ और मैं इतना, मेरा ग्रोथ इतना होगा, 70% मार्जिन है, पहले साल के अंदर में 15 लाख का धंधा करूंगा, मैं इतना पैसा कमाऊंगा, इसके हिसाब से 5 साल में मेरा टारगेट टर्नओवर इतना होने वाला। कस्टमर आपसे सर्विस लेगा क्या? The moment you tell customer that you are earning 70% margin, वो कस्टमर आपसे आपकी सर्विस बाय करेगा क्या? नो। अरे सर आपने तो बताया कि वो पिच ऐसा मारना चाहिए। अरे बाबा, कस्टमर जानना चाहता है कि आप मेरी जिंदगी में कैसे बदलाव ला रहे हैं, ये सर्विस को यूज करके, ये प्रोडक्ट को यूज करके मेरी जिंदगी में क्या बेनिफिट होने वाला है, मेरे कौन से प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहे हो, वैल्यू एडिशन मेरी लाइफ में क्या हो रहा है। तो उसको पैसा नहीं बताना है, उसको आपकी कमाई नहीं बताना है, उसको आपका टारगेट टर्नओवर रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट कुछ नहीं बताना है, उसको आपका ग्रोथ प्लान नहीं बताना है, उसको सिर्फ उसकी लाइफ में ये यूज करने से क्या बेनिफिट मिलेगा वो बताना है। सो पिच चेंज हो गया। जैसे ही आपका ऑडियंस चेंज होता जाएगा, आपका पिच चेंज होता जाएगा। यू कैन नॉट हैव वन सिंगल पिच विच फिट्स एवरीबॉडी। So every time you have a presentation, you need to sit down, understand who is my audience, मुझे कब बोलना है, कहाँ बोलना है, कैसे बोलना है, ये मैं क्यों बता रहा हूँ उसको, ये मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन क्यों है, क्या ये इन्वेस्टर के लिए है, क्या ये सेल्स के लिए है, क्या ये अवेयरनेस के लिए है, क्या ये टीम को जोड़ने के लिए है, क्या ऑनबोर्ड करने के लिए है। उसके हिसाब से आपका कंटेंट जो है बना रहे हो वो चेंज हो जाएगा। So when you are sitting down to prepare, you need to answer these 5 Ws. Who is my audience? When am I supposed to pitch it? मुझे कितना टाइम है इसके लिए? कहाँ जाकर के देना है? तो क्या मैं वो चीजें वहां ले जा सकता हूँ? अरे आपका प्रोटोटाइप है, आप प्रोटोटाइप वहां ले जा सकते हो क्या? आप समझा सकते हो कि चीजों को लगा करके? अगर नहीं समझा सकते हो तो आपको उसका मॉडल बनाना पड़ेगा, अगर वो डायरेक्ट प्रोडक्ट नहीं ले जा सकते हो तो। अगर आपका कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है, अगर आपका कोई सर्विस है, तो वो सर्विस का कैसा मॉडल आप समझाओगे लोगों को? तो आपको कोई जिसने आपकी सर्विस को यूज किया है, ऐसे किसी व्यक्ति को ले जाना पड़ेगा कि वो जाकर के बोले कि मैंने यूज किया तो मुझे क्या बेनिफिट मिला इसका। ये सब चीजें आपको पता कब करेगी? जब आप कहाँ जाकर के बात कर रहे हो आपको मालूम पड़ेगा क्या बोलना है आपको। यू नीड टू बी अवेयर। और ये कब तय होगा? व्हेन यू आर अश्योर्ड दैट व्हाई आर यू स्पीकिंग दिस। इज इट टू डू द सेल्स? इज इट टू डू क्रिएट द अवेयरनेस? इज इट टू ask for money? Is it to impress the jury? Is it to bring people on board? ये सब जब मालूम पड़ेगा उसके हिसाब से आपका प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार होगा। नाउ अ वेरी क्विक लुक इनटू, जब ये प्रेजेंटेशन तो कर दिया, अब हम जब प्रेजेंटेशन देने जाते हैं, हम जब प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार करते हैं तो बहुत बढ़िया प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार करते हैं, लेकिन प्रेजेंटेशन करते वक्त जब फ्लटर करते हैं हम लोग, तो उसमें हमारे प्रेजेंटेशन का इंपैक्ट डाउन हो जाता है। अब a couple of things that you need to keep in mind whenever you are presenting in front of anybody is that there are 3 things that make your presentation more powerful or give that actual impact which is required. First is your body language. वर्चुअल में बॉडी लैंग्वेज थोड़ा सा कम लगता है इम्पैक्ट, क्योंकि आपका पूरा पार्ट विजिबल नहीं है, इट्स ओनली योर अपर पार्ट और योर अप टू द शोल्डर इज विजिबल। तो आपका बॉडी लैंग्वेज मींस योर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस and your hand movements are visible. So these need to be very strong, powerful and communicative. अगर मैं पूरी तरीके से अपने हाथ को ऐसे रख करके बैठता, मैं कर सकता हूँ, बिल्कुल कर सकता हूँ उसके अंदर में, और मैं मेरे चेहरे को भी नहीं एक्सप्रेशन भी नहीं दूंगा, मैं ब्लैंक रहूंगा और मैं आपके साथ बात कर सकता हूँ। लेकिन उस केस के अंदर में मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन का इम्पैक्ट कम हो जाएगा, क्योंकि किसी भी तरीके से मेरे कोई भी बॉडी के जेस्चर जो है, मेरे बॉडी की एक्सप्रेशन जो है, फेस के एक्सप्रेशन और मेरे कोई भी बॉडी मूवमेंट मेरी बात को सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं। एंड सडनली यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग कि यार ये बंदा फ्रीज तो नहीं हो गया, इसका वीडियो फ्रीज तो नहीं हो गया। तो वर्चुअल में भी यू नीड टू मेक योर पीपल अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू आर अलाइव, और आप उनसे रूबरू मुखातिब होने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं इन स्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट दैट यू आर वर्चुअली टॉकिंग। तो बॉडी लैंग्वेज मेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंस इन द इम्पैक्ट दैट इज बीइंग क्रिएटेड। और अगर फिजिकल है, देन योर एंटायर बॉडी इज विजिबल, then your entire body speaks. How you stand, how you use your hands, how you use your face, how you use your eyes when you're talking to jury members. You may have 3 juries sitting in front of you, one in this corner, one in this corner, and one in the center. You may have 5 investors sitting in front of you in different part of the hall. You need to talk to everybody. That doesn't mean you can call their name and talk to them. No, that means you need to maintain eye contact with all those people so that they understand that you're talking to them. Be it jury member, be it investor, be it customers, but you need to ensure that you're constantly talking to people sitting across. और ये सब चीजें जब होती है तब आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज का इम्पैक्ट आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में आता है. Number one. Number two is your voice. Now you need to ensure that do whatever. Do whatever. I mean, steal, beg, borrow. आप सबने स्कूल में सुना होगा. Steal, beg, borrow. Do whatever, but do it to ensure that you are clearly, very clearly audible and understandable to your audience. मेरा नेटवर्क खराब है, मेरा ये खराब है, मेरा वो खराब है. ढूंढ के आइए ऐसी जगह जहां आपको पूरा नेटवर्क मिले. मेहनत करके लोग पहाड़ी पे चढ़ जाते हैं, छोटे गांव में रहने वाले, ताकि वहां उसको सिग्नल पूरा मिले. आपकी आवाज अगर नहीं आ रही है बराबर तो नुकसान आपका है, और आपकी आवाज अगर आ रही है बराबर तो फायदा दो लोगों का है, आपका और आपके ऑडियंस का. आपके ऑडियंस का इसलिए क्योंकि उसको वर्ड भी मिल रहा है, वो सही तरीके से आपको गेज करेगा और आपकी चीज को एक्सेप्ट करेगा, और आपका इसलिए कि आपकी चीजें सही तरीके से लोगों तक पहुंच रही है. सो यू नीड टू बी क्लियरली ऑडिबल. क्लियरली you need to use the language that your audience understands. So be careful before going to audience. Understand what is the language they understand and start speaking that language. There is no need to speak English always. Abhi, there are certain rules for any kind of a competition. So we have set that rules that you'll be speaking either in English or in Hindi. But otherwise you are an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur की कोई language नहीं होती है. Entrepreneur's language is the language that his or her customer understands. वो गाना है ना हिंदी में कि तुम दिन को अगर रात कहो तो रात कहेंगे, वो तुमको जो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे. यहाँ वो बात को आप लैंग्वेज कर लीजिए, वो तुमको जो पसंद वही लैंग्वेज में कहेंगे. Because my customer is my God, and my prayers are in front of God. So it should be the language that my God understands. So clarity, language, and your audibility, I mean your volume, need to be loud enough. There need to be the punch in your voice, which is called the modulation. You cannot have the plain, simple सा सादा सा आवाज कर दिया आपने without any modulation. आपको लगता है कि मैं आपके साथ जो बात कर रहा हूँ वो अगर impactful होनी चाहिए तो उसके अंदर में थोड़ा सा modulation चाहिए. अदरवाइज थोड़ी देर में सुनने वाला व्यक्ति बहुत मोनोटोनी फील होती है और वो धीरे धीरे ट्रांस में चले जाता है, वो प्रॉब्ली आपकी बातों से डिसइंटरेस्टेड हो जाता है. This has got no modulation. Modulation is when you want your person to listen to you. And when you want him to listen to you, you need to ensure that he's constantly engrossed in what you're saying. Now, this modulation, raising your voice and then putting it down, the modulation in your voice. वो चाहिए. Now, these are 3-4 things that makes your voice more impactful or more powerful, that creates that necessary impact in your presentation. And third one is your attire. I need not talk much about the attire because I leave it to your wisdom. Talking to this generation about attire may not be 100% right, but you need to ensure that those gunshot jeans, अभी तो virtual में है, तो ठीक भी है. But then आप physically जब जा रहे तो I don't want you to put on 3-piece suit. वो भी नहीं कह रहा हूँ मैं. Formals means not those English formals, but you need to be decent, acceptable by the jury member. You may have your own liking about the clothes, but since you're doing your pitching, you need to ensure that is also likable by the person sitting across. अगर मेरे कपड़े ढंगे नहीं होंगे तो उन्हें क्या बंदा यार, बंदे को कपड़े पहनने का सेंस नहीं है, क्या बात करेगा ये, and gone, वो क्लोज हो गया दिमाग से. Now you may have best of the thing to offer, but वो बंद हो गया दिमाग से, उसे स्विच ऑफ कर लिया अपना. तो प्रेजेंटेबल रहिए. That means वो गनशॉट पहन के मत चाहिए, वो थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए. बाकी use your wisdom and decide what you want to wear. Fine. So these are the three things that makes your presentation more powerful. It's your body language, your voice, and your attire. Chaliye. This is all about your presentation. Mental preparation, physical preparation, and then finally presenting whatever you have prepared. How do you do it? That is more important. Now, I'll give you a very quick insight into what all should be the part of your pitch deck. इसका मतलब जो पीपीटी अगर आप बनाते हैं तो उसमें क्या क्या चीजें आनी चाहिए और वो कैसे प्लेस्ड होगी तो वो ज्यादा आसान और अच्छा बनेगा. I'll give you a very quick glance through it. चलिए. Your company name, your name, and brief two-liner on what your company or idea does. कि आप प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी है, सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनी है, क्या नाम है आपकी कंपनी का और आप क्या कर रहे हैं. वी आर चेंजिंग द लाइफ ऑफ पीपल बाय चेंजिंग द क्वालिटी ऑफ वाटर और चेंजिंग द क्वालिटी ऑफ सराउंडिंग दे लिव इन. जो भी आपको एक दो लाइन में थोड़ा सा अंदाज आए, थोड़ी सी क्यूरियोसिटी बने, ऐसा है. पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन पहली स्लाइड में नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि स्लाइड की कुछ सीक्वेंस बनेगी तो इंटरेस्ट बरकरार रहेगा. आपने पहली स्लाइड में सब कुछ बता दिया, हो सकता है कि वो सब्जेक्ट मेरे इंटरेस्ट का ही नहीं है तो मैं पहली स्लाइड से डिसइंटरेस्ट हो जाऊंगा. अरे यार ये क्या बता रहा है, मेरे को तो कुछ समझता नहीं इसमें. आई मे बी योर कंज्यूमर, आई मे बी योर इन्वेस्टर, आई मे बी योर जूरी मेंबर. तो थोड़ा सा सस्पेंस रखिए लेकिन थोड़ी जानकारी भी दीजिए. सो इट शुड बी अ बैलेंस. स्लाइड 2. नाउ लिस्ट द प्रॉब्लम दैट यू वांट टू सॉल्व. द प्रॉब्लम दैट यू वांट टू सॉल्व. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट आपका प्रोडक्ट क्या है, आपका सॉल्यूशन क्या है, आपकी सर्विस क्या है. नो. We have slums are very common to be seen in every city. Now, slums is something which is understood by jhuggi jhopdi and small huts with unhygienic surrounding, especially during rainy season, because there is no the people living there are living a horrible life because it's all puddle situation, a lot of water logging, and then a lot of problems there. The problem statement. जो आप सॉल्व करना चाहते हैं. सोल्यूशन. अभी सोल्यूशन दे रहा हूं मैं, अभी मैंने प्रोडक्ट सर्विस नहीं बता रहा. सो वी आर ट्राइंग, वी हैव कम अप विद सोल्यूशन व्हिच विल हेल्प दोस पीपल. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट शिफ्टिंग देम फ्रॉम देयर टू अ गुड बिल्डिंग और अपार्टमेंट और फ्लैट्स. नो, टू मेक दैट एरिया puddle free. मैंने प्रॉब्लम बताया, अब उसका सोल्यूशन बताया. So that there is no waterborne disease there, or there is no disease due to mosquitoes, chikungunya, dengue, malaria. These are all disease due to malaria which flourish in stagnant water. Okay. So this is a solution. Now we have devised a do-it-yourself DIY piping solutions. Sanitary solutions. I mean, you don't need plumber. It's not very expensive. It's very cheap DIY solution. Anybody can buy it and put it properly. There is all a map and a system given how to put it so that the water does not stay anywhere. It goes down towards the slope. This is our solution. It's a product which is our solution. And it doesn't need any rocket science to assemble it or a special skilled person to do it. Anybody can do it. 3 slides. Now who is my target customer? अब मैंने आपको ये प्रोडक्ट बताया तो my target customer is slum dweller. This is my target customer. And where is my target market? Any slum area is my target market. If I want my product to be sold in big numbers, I need to ensure that I am in the very close proximity of my target market, which are big slums. I cannot be in a pure hardware market and expect a good sales to the slum, which is normally outside the cities or new developing areas, which are still not developed by the corporation or the city improvement trust, whatever it is. Identify the place, target market, and then what is the size of the market. Now, if I talk about my city has got, now this needs a study. My city has got 42 slums. Now, on an average, each slum has got, say, around average. If I take average from small slum to big slum, every slum has got not less than 700 huts, or the dwellings, or the jhopdi. That means एक व्यक्ति में, एक घर में 4 लोग रहते हैं, there are 4 people living in each house. That does not mean 4 are my customer. That house is my customer. क्योंकि घर के सामने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा तो चारों का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा. All those 4 will be free of the problem if that problem is solved in front of that house or the slum or that dwelling or that hut. So this is my market city. Now that means my district has got this much market, my state has got this much market, and my country has got this much market. Serviceable, obtainable market, serviceable, available market, and total available market. Now, depending upon my capacity to manufacture the product, I can say that this is, I am doing right now this market. Now, this is something that I can do in coming 2 months, 6 months, and finally, down the line, 5 years down the line, I'll be able to do this market up to this place. So this is that part explanation. अगर मैंने कुछ काम शुरू कर दिया है तो क्या है, मतलब I started in the month of say April, we did our first billing, and then we did first 2 months we were a little less because it was summer season, so there is less of waterlogging everywhere. जहाँ भी है, whatever there is, it's all dried up. So people normally don't go for any repair work during that, because the moment first rain comes, then water starts accumulating, and then people start doing that correction part. So the monsoon is sudden jump, and since now the monsoon has subsided in so many parts, so again it has gone down in last 1 month. So this is suppose this type of traction I'm trying to say. क्या हुआ है, sales कैसा हुआ है वो. Direct competitors are those people who are in manufacturing this. I don't have any direct competitor in my area. Yes, there are a couple of people in this kind of things. In northern part of the country, maybe somewhere in Delhi and Punjab, we have a couple of people who are manufacturing this. But Central India and South India, there is nobody doing it. So my direct competitor कौन है मुझे मालूम पड़ा. Indirect competitor is a very tricky thing. Probably we need to have a little more awareness into it. My product, direct competitor, is anybody who starts making similar thing is my direct competitor. Today there is no one in my area, but tomorrow there may be somebody who will start this business, like I am doing. But indirect competitor is, for example, is the development authority. Suppose municipal corporation develops that area. The moment they develop the area, they do all those pipeline and all those the water pipeline and gutter pipeline and everything comes into place. So there is no more water logging now. So there is no need for anybody to use my solution there. That means now I have no business in that area. That means though there was nobody else who was manufacturing it, but since corporation developed it, now there is no need of my product service there. So my market is closed there. So indirect competitor is the development authority. But I need to be aware so that I start understanding what are the development plans of my city, where all the development is going to happen. Accordingly, I can strategize and place my business into it. Before development starts, I start thinking about some another area which is developed now, but still corporation has not done anything there. So this is about indirect competitor. Business revenue model. Till now, I have done business of, say, suppose I started in month of April. So in first 2 months, it was very less. But then overall, in 6 months, we have done this number of, this is the number that we have achieved as far as revenue is concerned, our profit margins, and I'm looking at this revenue to be double in next 3 months. Whatever you have, paisa kahan se aayega? This is only by sales. But there are certain businesses which has the revenue stream through different sources. They may have 2 revenue streams. One is by selling service, one is by selling advertisements on our platform, something of that sort. And then finally, work done up tak kya kaam kiya hua hai, and this is about team. Virtual में it's good you talk about team in the first beginning only, but otherwise you may not have that much of time also. There is 1, 2, 3. This is team number 1. This Mr. Madam X. She's strong in finance part, so she'll be handling all the finance because she has done MBA in finance. So she'll be handling 3 years, 4 years experience of handling finance department and so and so company. Now this is Mr. B. Mr. B is he has done his engineering. Mechanical engineering into manufacturing industry since last 14 years experience in manufacturing industry, and especially into piping only. And this is one person who is into sales, so he'll be handling sales roles and their expertise. So the person listening, understands why this person into this role. If it is properly designed, that means business is going to do wonders. And this is all about how your slides or pitch deck should be. With this, I'll stop my screen share and open uh, open the room for your any kind